All right, count to 10 starting now.
Tonight, for the first time in history, Shanghai Disneyland is offering annual passes. Now when the quality drops, pass holders can say, "Thanks, Orlando." Brer Bear's tail has returned to Splash Mountain at the Magic Kingdom thanks to our maintenance report. Although this isn't the first time I helped a friend get some tail. Right, Nick?
Wow.
That was good.
Well, in fairness, the repair may not actually be a result of our maintenance report. Sources tell us that Disney is preparing to roll out a whole line of bear tail merchandise, including Alex and Ani bracelets and scented pillows. Don't ask what tail smells like. You've seen WDW News Today. Now it's time for WDW News Tonight!
Live from the WDW NT studio in Orlando, Florida, it's WDW News Tonight with Tom Corliss and Nick LaCicero. I'm Michelle Wargo. Now, here's your host, Tom Corliss.
Woo! Fake applause! There it is!
They're there.
Hello, I'm Tom Corliss, and you're not. Welcome to News Today, Nick LaCicero. How's it going, Mr. LaCicero?
Well, that was an interesting joke to get the show off with. I must say. But true.
It's a good one, though.
I like
I
it.
had to. It was too good. It's not anything offensive.
No. There are perks to hanging around with Mr. Corliss.
Like groupies. Anyway.
You get the leftovers.
Oh, boy. Let's move on, shall
Food,
we?
living,
Camera.
doesn't matter.
It's usually more food.
I don't want this.
Like Rilazzo, but more on that later. Cameron's here. Hey, Cameron.
Hey.
You're sitting next to Brer Bear.
Yeah, Nick. Hey, Nick.
And there.
We're all wearing buttons.
Yeah.
I don't know. My button's probably blocked by the microphone, I think. But we're celebrating Brer Bear's tail on tonight's show.
And here with us is Briar Bear.
And who?
Briar Bear. Briar Bear.
Briar? What?
We're all at the show. Thank you for that.
Now don't worry, only a couple thousand people are watching. And now the news, brought to you by the Lost Bros. Bob Chapek's like, a few thousand people listen to that. And now the news, brought to you by the Lost Bros. A new VIP, this is obviously the biggest story of the week, a new VIP tour called World of Dreams is being offered at Walt Disney World. The tour costs $12,000 or $11,875 more than a Disney After Hours ticket. That's for you and up to 5 additional guests, and it is 12 hours long, like the show. Guys, you know it takes Bob Iger 22 minutes to make that much money? 22 minutes. That's rough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotta make a lot of wrong announcements in those 22 minutes. 2 tour guides will conduct each tour. Meanwhile, Patrick's still out there alone working for $1,200. Poor Patrick. I'm sure you're asking what could possibly be included on a tour so expensive. Well, the answer is pretty much whatever you want for the most part. Here's a breakdown. Backstage access and transportation, front of the line attraction access, a tour of the Cinderella Castle Dream Suite, exclusive nighttime spectacular viewing spaces, essentially whatever isn't already a dessert party. All meals are included. You're 3 a day with select alcohol. So you're not getting any dom at the royal table.
Right.
And access to any restaurant at Walt Disney World. No normal reservations needed. I'm going to use this to go to Tony's, you guys. That's $12,000. Bring me your finest chicken parmesan.
No prices.
You know, the
Yes.
white meat. Of course, there are many more possibilities based on guest request. And if you do the tour for 1 day, each additional day is only $10,000. The additional days are more than a cast member on the college program makes in a year. It's insane. The World of Dreams tour is available to book now, but requires booking a week in advance to set up all of the more special opportunities and to find the carpet to put under your feet so you don't have to touch the dirty ground. Yes. Less than 2 weeks after we introduced the weekly Walt Disney World Maintenance Report, we have a major success story to report on. Of course, already talked about this. Brer Bear's tail has been missing from that trap scene at Splash Mountain since at least the early 2000s, when Cameron was born.
Yeah.
And just, we legit had a conversation where I said, Cameron, it might have been gone since before you were alive.
And
It's
we
totally
believe that
possible.
it was.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's real close, at least. And then just days after we started the maintenance report, the tail returned. It's pretty amazing. Our story doesn't end there. Most of the other maintenance issues reported at Splash Mountain were also fixed this week. It took 11 years, but guys, I think someone's actually reading the site.
That's
I
insane,
think we did
though.
it. I think we got a couple readers. For my next act, I'll try to get them to reconnect Bob Chapek to his brain, because he is, in fact, a robot. It's been missing for 15 years.
Does it feel
too.
good to make a difference?
It is really cool.
Yeah.
It's neat. And there's so many things, like the rest of that list could have been fixed, and easily it would be deniable. It would be questionable as to if it
Right.
was us who got the things fixed. And there
Right.
were other things fixed, and we were like, oh, that's a hell of a coincidence. The tail is absolutely not a
That's a big
coincidence.
one,
It's
yeah.
gone for 15 years. There's no way. So that's...
So what do you think? I
That's
mean, was
pretty
it just
crazy.
lying around back there? Or do you
We'll
think
never know.
Yeah.
Was it in a drawer? Did they go to like costuming where like, hey, get some costume material and let's
Yeah.
sew this thing together? I don't know.
Because it's just fabric, right? Like stuffed fabric. It doesn't wiggle,
We
right?
assume no. There's no movement.
Yeah, there's no movement.
So it was literally like a piece that they just forgot to put back at some point.
Wow.
And it's just been missing, and it's always
Yeah.
bothered me. And I put on, in a lot of ways, it was like that was the thing that made the list happen, because I think that was always what I kept looking at, and I was always like, well, that's consistently never there,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's ever going to get fixed. And so that was kind of the thing that sparked the entire creation. And it's funny
Huh.
that was like the first major thing to happen. It's pretty cool. It's neat. Anyway, other things have
Now
returned.
we're celebrating it. Like we should proclaim today Brer Bear's Tail Day.
I think Saturday was Brer Bear's Tail Day.
Oh, whatever the
We
day
are
was.
still celebrating. We will celebrate this forever because Splash Mountain looks.
So it
cool.
happened on Saturday.
It
So how'd
happened
you find
before
out?
Saturday.
Did you-
I went on.
did
to-
you write it and
No,
notice it, or
last
did someone-
last week on the show, people were like, "I think the tail's back."
Ah.
And it was mostly. I think we mostly had the conversation on the post show.
Yeah.
It was mostly on
Yeah.
the post show last.
I was
week.
asleep.
It's true. You're asleep right now. Anyway. Speaking of things that have returned, the Maleficent Dragon Float returned to the Festival of Fantasy
Yeah.
Parade at the Magic Kingdom last week. It's not really that impressive, though, as it was far from the first burnt-out cast member to return to work at the Magic Kingdom.
Wow. Was that on the list? That wasn't on the list, was
No.
it? No.
It burst into flames. I don't know that that's maintenance. It exploded. I don't know if something explodes if you put it on
Yeah.
a maintenance list. Yeah. In case you don't know, that was, of course, after the float burst into flames in May last year. There was nothing actually wrong with it. It was just Orlando in May. Really hot.
A little hot.
Man, I haven't seen a head that hot since I looked at my personal Twitter account.
Oh, yeah.
Several new It's a Small World merchandise items were released at Disney parks, like this mug. The mug of the week.
It's a good mug. I like the ornaments.
I think it's a great mug. Which ornament?
The small world ornament.
Oh,
set.
the box ornaments?
Yeah.
I just always like the goodbye sign, so I'm won over by this line. Goodbye signs are great. And yeah, many of the items feature those goodbye signs from the end of the ride, but they still won't display my name. Get it to work. No.
I'll add it to the list.
Just made the list. Stupid magic, man. On the art are also several animals you'll find along your journey. And no, I'm not talking about the people who put their faces on the glass at Pinocchio's village house. Because it looks into the ride. Anyway. Greasy Stromboli faces
Oh,
on
yes.
the glass.
Yeah.
That glass is disgusting.
You know.
Yum.
So is the restaurant, so it fits. Fun new door hangers themed at Disney parks have arrived. You seen these? We posted
Yeah.
these today. The Haunted Mansion one says, "Welcome, foolish mortals." The Small World one has hello and goodbye in different languages. And Beep and Boop are on the two sides of the Bob Chapek door hanger. Because he is, in fact, a robot. I think beep is high and boop is do not disturb. Maybe I have that backwards. Maybe boop. I don't know. One door hanger says, "I'm in parks mode, come in," on one side, and "I'm in resorts mode, don't disturb" on the other. Though if they were truly in resort mode, it would say, "Don't disturb unless it's for maintenance, safety, security, or any other purpose." Park-specific reusable bags arrived on Sunday at most Walt Disney World Resort locations. We're looking at you, Magic Kingdom. Each bag features icons from each park, at least 4 of them. And yes, they did find 4 icons for Disney's Hollywood Studios. And one is not a bulldozer. A lot of guests are collecting the bags, which I'm sure is really great for the environment. For now, guests can still get plastic bags if they wish, which is good for me because otherwise I won't have any bags I can give people stuff in. So it's good. I have no other bags. I'm not giving away my $1 to $2 bag. Get your own.
Good price.
It is.
Did you buy one of each size of each kind?
Yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can now buy birthday cake flavored popcorn at Walt Disney World, but it kind of tastes like Captain Crunch cereal, weirdly enough. Upon hearing this, Bob Iger was ecstatic that the popcorn had been tied into the villain from Peter Pan. Get those IPs, even in the popcorn. Oh. Fire, Mr. Smee. It's a Crunchberry flies past your boat.
That's why Peter Pan's under refurb.
Yep,
New
Crunchberry
sponsorship.
went right in someone's eye, which
Captain
forced them
Crunch
to jump
sponsorship.
out of the boat. Signs. Yeah, we're not touching that tonight, by the way. New sights, that and the hepatitis A story, not on this show. New sights, sounds, and flavors of spring. Oh boy, who's hungry? New sights, sounds, and flavors of spring will envelop guests at Walt Disney World beginning March 6th when the 26th Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival bursts into bloom. The 90-day event continues through June 3rd, featuring dozens of Disney-crafted topiaries and beds of blooms that will transform the Epcot landscape into a floral extravaganza. They'll even cover that big blue show building with flowers. Great. The popular Garden Rocks concert series will expand to every day of the festival, featuring chart-topping artist Nick has to explain to his girlfriend, performing 3 shows daily on the American Gardens Theater stage. That's 270 concerts. So that elderly retired couple with the Epcot After 4 pass you see at every show is going to be busy this year. Returning favorites include That Guy and What's Her Name, who will be joined by artists new to the festival like Oh Yeah, Him, and one guy from Men at Work. Creative new culinary dishes and several new outdoor kitchens will debut this year. Advent Health will host a kitchen along with a nearby playground where the whole family can learn fun and interactive ways to stay healthy. And you can even get the kids some health insurance before they hop on that metal playground in May in Orlando. Still can't figure that out. We build it every year. Doesn't change. Woody and Buzz Lightyear will welcome Bo Peep in her workout clothes and her sheep to their Toy Story topiary. The exhibit, of course, sponsored by Lululemon this year. That's a joke. That was so believable that everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be at the Lululemon garden."
The Lemon Garden.
I thought maybe, yeah.
Spike's Pollination Exploration Family Scavenger Hunt will be more fun than ever this year with new locations to discover. Guests can also commemorate their scavenger hunt experience with select merchandise offerings this year, featuring everyone's favorite bee, Spike. You know what I was thinking when I was looking at all that Mickey and Minnie flower and garden merchandise at the outlets last year? We should put someone more obscure on it. That'll work. Everyone knows who the bee is. It's from a bee movie, right? It's Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
What's the deal with pollen? Celebration of Disney Nature's Penguins, opening April 17th. A 9-foot-tall art sculpture made from recycled marine debris and Buzzy's animatronic wiring that was left behind will be on display in Future World, featuring an adult and baby penguin. Crafted by the nonprofit organization washedashore.org, this work of art is designed to inspire guests to keep the oceans and waterways clear of plastic pollution and instead fill it with themed reusable bags. Among the returning gardens and exhibits, guests will once again enjoy the Goodness Garden Butterfly House, presented by Go-Go Squeeze, where nearly 1,000 native butterflies will die among the garden's 24 nectar plants. Oh, I'm sorry, that's fly. They'll fly. Yeah.
Sure they will.
Additionally,
We'll see.
kids just stepping on butterfly. That's all that happens in there. I've seen so many
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
Or they open so early in the year that it's cold and the butterflies just fall over. It's really sad if you go early and it's cold. Additionally, several World Showcase pavilions will include gardens with floral life representative of plants in those countries, such as the Kokodima Garden and Bonsai Collection in Japan, the Urban Spice Garden in Morocco, and the Bush Covered in Vomit in Germany. On Saturday, the Planet Hollywood Superstore will
It attracts
close.
the butterflies.
And then they die in it, and they just float. On Saturday, the Planet Hollywood Speaking of things dying, the Planet Hollywood Superstore will close at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The shop featured props from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, and Home Alone, among other films. I guess nobody told Chapek that Disney doesn't own those. A Planet Hollywood store outlived the Backlot Tour, the Great Movie Ride, and the magic of Disney animation. In fairness, there were more props in this store than most times we rode the Backlot Tour. It's a chicken coop. Yeah, my Hannah Montana movie, the the movie masterpiece. Wow. Last Friday, the new Disney Vacation Club kiosk opened at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The backstory is that the building used to be the home of the Little Tokyo Travel Company, which explains why it's better maintained than anything else in the park.
Because care.
Because care. The new booth is located along Grand Avenue, which will mostly serve as the queue for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So if you change your mind while waiting to enter Batuu, you can book a trip to somewhere more pleasant. Let's go to Universal. Last Saturday, there's no one there. Last Saturday, we noticed the gates to the Sunset Showcase had been torn down in preparation for the upcoming Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. Even more preparations are underway now as the arrival of a mystery construction box has signaled the eventual move of the current Fast Pass queue. The move is so the Racing Academy show is not ruined by cast members yelling at guests that they have no Fast Pass selections. You're 45 minutes early, sir. Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy opens March 31st if it is the first Disney project to be completed on time in the last 10 years. At Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, the Kona Cafe is now offering alcoholic desserts. As we all know, it's hard to find alcohol at the Polynesian. Aside from Dole Whips with rum, the Tambu Lounge, Trader Sam's, Ohana, Boutique, and the Captain Cook's Kids menu. The chicken nuggets have little injectors. Squeeze.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
The Polynesian is the only resort that offers an in-room intervention. It's performed by Yoko Ono, of course. Somebody's going to get that. That's our Davis Love joke of the week.
Big golf.
The Davis Love. I got so many comments on the Davis Love
Really?
joke. People
Yeah.
really loved it.
It was
you
good.
know. It was fun. The 4 people that got it were smitten. The Disney Skyliner. Speaking of jokes, the Disney Skyliner will feature Star Wars and Guardians of the Galaxy gondolas, which is perfect for the new Skyliner tagline: "In space, no one can hear you scream about poor ventilation." Guardians of the Galaxy gondola will be sky blue, while the Star Wars gondola will require the removal of an older beloved gondola covered in Christmas lights. The new Magic of Disney store made its long-awaited return to the main terminal of Orlando International Airport. It would have been there earlier, but those new APMs suck. They had to take a bus from their airplane to the terminal. Store now features a very clean, somewhat plain design. On the bright side, it gets guests ready for Toy Story Land. Temper those expectations, but here's some potion purple garbage for you. All the color you need.
Yeah.
I promise I'll read one of these correctly at some point. Given what a success those fake business pens were a few weeks back, Disney has come back with another riff on attractions as businesses with fun screen tees. Fake businesses on the shirts include Captain Jack's Antique Shop, Big Thunder & Co., Gold Supplies and Goods, and the Mad Tea Party Teacup and Saucer Repair. We knew the last business was fake because it pertained to theme park maintenance. Disneyland is now selling merchandise that says, "What are you going to do next?" from the iconic Super Bowl commercial. On the back it says, "I'm going to guest relations." Disney World has these too, but they say, "Throw my phone into the moat if this app doesn't start working." The latest Parks exclusive Funko Pop dropped last week. Alice in Wonderland riding in a Mad Tea Party teacup. If the ride's spinning motion doesn't make you nauseous, the $49.99 price tag certainly will.
Yikes.
Yep. Piles of the pop are still sitting on shelves. They can't move them at this price at World of Disney and other shops. Much like the ride itself, kids see the Funko and get all excited, only to have their parents say, "Oh, I don't think so." The remaining boxes will be used to shade the Slinky Dog Dash Cube. There's a new character breakfast coming to Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa on Saturday, March 30th, that allows guests to start their day with an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind adventure alongside some of their favorite princesses. The new character breakfast will take place Thursday through Monday from 8 to 12, and the restaurant will be transformed into quote-unquote a charming new storytelling environment for guests as well. That's right, they ordered more Artist Point tree limbs. Put them up there. Story. Children and adults at this character breakfast are $125 each. That is the price of a Disney After Hours. The breakfast includes some weird choices. It is.
Either or.
So good.
Yeah, it's a first. The breakfast includes some weird choices like macaroni and cheese, short ribs, and pork belly. I'd say I didn't understand how this is breakfast food, but no one who works at Napa Rose has ever been up before noon. They open at like 5. Those people don't wake up early. While he may not be chewing his way through a Bug's Land at Disney's California Adventure anymore, Heimlich has found his forever home at the Pixar Studios in Emeryville, California. Soon to depart, Pixar director Lee Unkrich tweeted the Heimlich's choo-choo train front vehicle being unpacked at the studio. Once Heimlich was out, Unkrich was then packed up and shipped off.
You're out of here.
Heimlich, of course, was voiced by the late Pixar animator Joe Ranft, who passed away in 2005. His voice lives on, however, at Heimlich's candy corn toss at Pixar Pier. When I die, I sure hope I'm immortalized on Pixar Pier. Preferably on a decal that doesn't stay on. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is opening this fall at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It's still yet to be announced formally for Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California, despite being all but confirmed at this point. But it is rumored now that a third version of the ride is likely already approved for Disneyland Paris. In response to the addition, the park will be renamed Walt Disney World 2, Attack of the Clones. It's all the same stuff. It's like that whole expansion in the other park. It's all stuff you can see other places. Good job, Bob. Rock and Roll. You're so creative. Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith will close September 2nd, 2019 at the Walt Disney Studios Paris to make way for the new Iron Man themed overlay. This is the first part of the Marvel themed land for the park to go into construction, but the land will also include Black Panther's Critter Carousel, the Hulk's Emotional Whirlwind, and Senor Stark's Churros. All on Marvel Pier. Senor Stark. Rock and Roller Coaster opened on March 16, 2002, of course, in the parking lot across from Disneyland Paris. That's the news! Who brings us the news, Michelle Ghost?
Well, Tom, the news is brought to us by the Lost Bros. They make apparel, posters, and home goods for theme park fans of all ages. You can shop their whole site by going to WDWNT.com and clicking their ad. Shop designs like their classic waffle and bacon crossbones, the Drink Around the World Tour collection, their princess jerseys, and park favorites like their Dole Whip pocket tees, the Tomorrowland Drive-In Theater, and the Birds Who Sing Words tour poster. Make the most of tonight's commercial breaks and shop through their extensive collection. The Lost Bros, an official partner of WDW News Tonight.
Thank you, Ghost and Michelle. Fun Lost Bros story this week. We released our first collaboration shirt, that cool little jersey-looking shirt, and initially sold out in 3 minutes. They quickly restocked, and then it was gone again. I want to assure people that we're working with them. That shirt will be back. So I know it went really quickly, and so they have assured me that sometime soon, and we'll announce when it comes back, it will be available again. So do stay tuned for more information on that. We have a ton of show for you tonight. We have a special report from Club 33 coming up, the math game. We're going to start getting people on the phone line. I don't know what the phone line is. The phone line is 8327-WDWNT7. That's 8327-WDWNT7 if you want to win some fabulous prizes. All that and much more coming up as we continue on WDW News Tonight. Hi, I'm Tom Corliss. You might remember me as the founder of WDW News Today, host of this show. I think I've been on Park Center and News Today with WDW News Today. Recently, I launched a running list of maintenance issues at Walt Disney World. People thought I was crazy. People thought it was just pointless complaining. People also thought Brer Bear never had a tail. Well, now I'm ready to share my methods with you. I call it Core List. Do you have a dishwasher that's always backing up? Leaky pipes? Are your audio animatronics missing tails? Now with the power of Core List, I will make all of the issues with your home, and someone without acknowledging that I said anything will secretly fix your issues without any hype. And we promise results.
My refrigerator died, so I used Coreless to call out its shortcomings, and within days it was fixed. And full of bear tails.
My husband promised to paint the house months ago, so I used Core List. And when I woke up the next day, my house was covered in bear tails.
I needed to take my dog to the vet to get fixed, but I could never find the time. But after using Core List once, my dog would never procreate again. And for some reason, it had a second tail.
It's all possible with the power of Core Lists. Have all your noticeable and unnoticeable problems replaced today without fail. Why would I say tail brayer? I mean there.
Core List services available to book at WDWNT.com. Does not work for those on a media list who are hashtag hosted.
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. We are live, of course, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on WDWNtunes.com, on YouTube, wherever you're joining us. Thank you for joining us. We have tons and tons of show for you. But before we move on, again, we are taking calls right now for the math, WDWNT, the math game. So if you miss school and you want to do some math, oh boy, it's everyone's favorite game. Let's do some math. We do have some great prizes, though. So if you want to call in again to play the math game, the number is 8327 WDWNT 7. Yeah, 7.
Is that the map game?
Math, M-A-T-H, math, adding, subtraction,
Okay, so not the math
multiplication. Subtraction, like I want to do for you from the show.
Oh.
Joking. Nick.
Yeah.
We love you. I'd have no monologue without. So. Anyway, we haven't talked about this on really any of these shows since it happened. Club 33 has opened at Walt Disney World. There are 3 locations. We haven't covered that at all. So we wanted to introduce a Club 33 correspondent, somebody who actually goes to Club 33. So please welcome for the first time to the show our Club 33 correspondent, Sir Jameson St. John.
I say good evening to you from the library here at Epcot, at the club, don't you know. How are you this January, Lou Moncello?
It's Tom Corliss. Were you working other
Oh,
shows? It's not an
Yes,
exclusive-
of touring plans. I know of you. And Nicholas, are you there? Nicholas,
I am here. I am here.
how is that coat room of an apartment of Mr. Mongello's? Is it good?
Warm, a bit
Warm.
warm, a bit cozy.
I say. Cozy, that's good. Now here's the big question though. Yes. Cameron, where is Cameron?
Here. I'm here. I'm scared.
There you are, sweet, smooth Cameron. Are these ruffians being good to you? Are they being good?
Yeah.
Are they being sweet? Ah, good.
Yeah.
That's what we
Can I ask a question, Jameson? Are you a little drunk there?
What? No, I can hear you just fine. Not a problem. Shall we get to the scuttlebutt? The scuttlebutt of the club.
Yeah. Why don't we get to the point of the bit? Yeah, that's good.
Sure.
Since your first visit on the show, again, I've said before, we haven't covered Club 33 at all. Discuss the opening of these clubs at Walt Disney World.
Oh, of course. I was there at the origin, you know. So we were at Disney World. It was let's see. It was myself, Bobby Iger, and Jeff Bezos, and we were doing an early Disneyland morning swan hunt. And I remember turning to Bobby, and I said, Bobby, why don't you put one of these clubs somewhere else where we can go, somewhere in, like, Florida? And he didn't really like the idea very much, but Bezos bet him a whole yacht. And when he did that, he said, well, fine, I'll put them in all the parks. marks, which is just dandy for me. But of course, just 3 so far, so he's not won that bet.
Of course not. Have you been to all of them? Yeah.
Oh yes, dear boy. Of course, that and more, Sam.
What's your favorite of the 3?
Oh, the Magic Kingdom, don't you know? Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, that's the one with the balcony that overlooks Adventureland, where we can actually see the people in Club 33.
Spot on, spot on. It's the best because it's a real corker up there, you see. You can stare down at everyone. And in fact, Mark Zuckerberg and I created a wonderful game up there.
And what's the game?
Spit on a Brazilian, don't you know?
Right.
It's very simple. There's tons of them, so it's not hard, but it's still fun. Anyway, I was going to ask you, you seem to know. I heard a rumor you might be able to help me with a little bit.
What rumor is that?
So, people have been saying in the club that all these riffraff around are there for some rides or some such. Do you know of this?
Do people like to go on rides at a theme park? Yeah, it's usually the gist of it, yeah.
It's usually just a Manhattan in the club steam room for a little old me, but to each his own.
So what do you do at Club 33? A lot of people want to know, like, what is there to do there? You just sit and drink and eat? What's going on?
Let's see. What can you do? We do lots of gin Remy, of course, as you would at the club. And then there's the annual intern hunt, of course, as well. Those are the prime ones. The intern hunt, of course. We shoot them for sport, you know. It's nothing fatal. I wouldn't worry about it. It's just beanbag rounds. They have to work the next day, after all.
Yeah. We do the same thing, right, Cameron?
But yeah, thank you for that.
Yes. Oh, Cameron, there he is. Sweet boy.
Oh, man.
But, you know, we get at, most of the time, we get up to all sorts of hullabaloo in the club. You know, it reminds me, in '69, Dean Jones and I got so drunk that Herbie had to take us home. Don't you know?
That's something. There any, you know, the Club 33 at Disneyland, I feel like there's a lot of secrets and history and stuff like that. Anything at the Florida ones? I know they're new, but...
Well, there's some secrets, of course, but the real whiz-bangers are on the upper echelon of the society.
What's higher than Club 33?
Oh, Club 34, of course, built right on top of Club 33. It gives us a better view of the peasants and whatnot.
Well, you mean guests?
What's the difference?
Yes.
But anyway, Club 34 is quite wonderful. It's a little more raucous than, say, Club 33. One time I ate sushi off of Winnie the Pooh's tummy, don't you know?
All right. I think that's enough for tonight, Jameson. Thank you. Jameson St. John, Sir Jameson St. John, ladies and gentlemen.
Sir Jameson. Victory. Cheerio.
Is he really drinking? How are you going to do characters on a video show? Oh, we'll figure it out. $40 later. Anyway, do we have anyone on the phone for the math game, perhaps? Yes, find the math game shallow and pedantic.
Not that I know of.
We do not have anyone on the phone.
Oh, come on. Who doesn't want to do math? Math is fun. If you want to call it, we got some good stuff. Nick, what do we got for prizes? What do we got?
There is one caller.
Oh, we have a caller.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him through.
Jason's gonna put through the caller.
I have pins.
Okay.
I have cups.
Well, we have a caller now. We don't have to sweeten the pot. Someone has called to play the math game.
Sweeten anything.
Yeah.
Hello, who's
Play
this?
the math game.
Oh, I didn't unmute.
You have to unmute them.
No, well,
hold on. Give us 1 second to unmute the call, and we'll have you on. Again, if you do want to call in to play, it's I'm going to remember our phone number at some point, I promise.
7.
It's 832-7 WDWNT7 to play.
Hi. So who do we got to play the math game tonight?
This is Sam from the frozen tundra of Chicago.
Oh, Chicago, man. How is it still bad?
It's a balmy -3 at the moment.
Oh boy. Well, we're glad you.
It was -27 this morning.
We're glad you could join us, but it sounds better than it was, though, right? Wasn't it? It was worse, or is today the worst?
Yesterday was the worst because wind chills were about -50, which makes it all the more better because last week I was down in Florida, so a nice little welcome home present.
Wow. Well, sorry about that, but we're glad you're joining us to play the math game. We're going to brighten your cold evening with the warmth of math.
Wow.
So, Nick, or
How are we
Jay,
gonna do that?
who's got the question? Jason has the question for the math.
I have the questions.
And he'll explain how the math game works. Jason, why don't you go ahead?
So the math game, we have 3 questions. They're math questions. You will have 90 seconds, give or take. I don't know, maybe 2 minutes. To answer the question, you can use whatever resources you want. You can use the internet, phone a friend. You can ask the chat. You can
Is Jason
call up
talking at the moment? 'Cause
Bob
I can't hear.
Chapek.
He's not hearing Jason.
Say that again?
He's not hearing you. So that's fun.
Oh, he's not.
Well, during the Club Story 3 bit, I couldn't hear Sir Jameson.
Okay.
Well, that's fun.
Oh, because you were on the phone. I see. That's interesting. How are we going to fix that?
He can't hear
Well,
you.
anyway, maybe the best thing is, are you watching the broadcast?
Basically, there's going to be. I can explain this, and we'll get the
Go
question up there. So the math game, you're going to get asked a math question. You're going to have. We're doing 2 minutes tonight. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to figure out the answer to the math problem. It's going to be on the screen also, so you could look at the screen also for help. You are free to use whatever you want. You want to use the internet. You want to use whatever tools you can in that 2 minutes to figure out this math problem. That is completely up to you. I believe that's all of the important rules. So we can bring up the. Is Jason? Is there anything else I'm forgetting?
No, that's it.
That's it. All right. So let's bring up we have the question ready?
There's 3 categories.
There are 3 categories. What are the categories? As I have to relay information.
Do you not see them on the screen?
I don't have anything on the screen. I have me on the
Okay,
screen. There we go. There they are.
Oh, there we go. Cameron can read them.
By sea, by air, and by monorail. Those are your 3 category choices. What would you like? Which one would you like to try?
I stayed at Contemporary this last trip, so monorail.
So by monorail. Let's go ahead and do the by monorail question.
All right. And we can have Cameron read the question then.
I can see it from here, if not. By monorail. No, Cameron, go ahead. You're right there. I'm a little far.
All right, you ready? By monorail, if a monorail leaves Disney's Hollywood Studios at its maximum speed, how long would it take to bring Tom back home to the Bronx Zoo?
Wow. Repeat that for him.
Again, if a monorail leaves Disney's Hollywood Studios at its maximum speed, how long would it take to bring Tom back home to the Bronx Zoo?
Those of you in the chat, free to play along as well. So I'm guessing we're going by we'll probably go by Google Maps. That'd probably be a good way to look into this. We are timing this. Yep, Nick's got the timer going.
Got the timer going.
So you'll probably want to see what the distance between the Bronx Zoo and Disney's Hollywood Studios is, and then find out that maximum speed for a Walt Disney World monorail. We're going by the established maximum speed, of course, not what maybe they do now with poor maintenance. So what the actual max speed on a fully functional monorail might be. And you got about 1 minute and 15 seconds left.
All right.
Let's see if people in the chat are figuring it out. There is no monorail from Disney's Hollywood Studios. Someone seemed confused in the chat. I want to throw that out there. It's just a math question. It's not real.
It's hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical question.
Yeah.
Just
There's
like
no
when you
monorails
get
that go to the Bronx Zoo.
You got those. There is a monorail at the Bronx Zoo.
Oh, right, but it doesn't connect you
yeah.
to Hollywood Studios.
What was it, the Bengali Express monorail? No, but it
Extra
does
credit.
Travels over the Hudson River.
Extra credit if he figures it out with a gondola speed as well.
Oh, jeez.
He's got about 30 seconds left. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. You got the chat helping you out. They're looking good out there.
Yeah, they're throwing some factoids in there.
Okay, I think I got it.
All right, we're gonna stop. Let's stop the clock. What do you think is the answer?
What I'm looking online, I'm seeing 1,010 hours and like 0.16 on to infinity. That's what I'm seeing.
How many hours?
1,010. and some change.
1,010 hours.
1,010.
By monorail?
That's
Oh,
a
wait,
slow
no,
monorail.
no,
Maybe
I'm
that's the
completely
broken
off.
down
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, I
We'll give you another. I'm gonna give you another 30 seconds. Figure out where you went wrong.
okay, yeah, let me.
Nick,
yeah.
start that clock for 30 seconds. We'll see. Use the chat too. People in the chat seem to have some idea what's going on.
Okay, so. Wow.
Yeah, that seems more reasonable. Oh. You got like 10 seconds.
The Bronx Zoo is in New York.
1. All right. Do you have an answer for us?
No, I completely dropped the ball. Yeah, that failed. It's the cold. The cold's frozen my brain.
Why don't you give me a guess? What do you think? How many hours do you think by monorail?
20 hours?
Is 20 hours correct?
Well, let's look at the answer.
We're going to look at the answer now. Disney's Hollywood Studios to the Bronx Zoo is, 1,104 miles?
That's
is that
correct.
Right?
Yep.
The monorail's max speed is 55 miles per hour. And so that would be just a little over 20 hours. So you're absolutely correct.
Oh.
Wow.
So you have won the. That was a good guess. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not very different from cars. So I mean, it was a good guess. So there you go. So a little over 20 hours by monorail, I'm assuming the doors stay on. But all right. So we're gonna get your information and we'll send you a prize. Thanks for playing.
Good guess.
Thank you. Have a
See,
good night and
sometimes-
stay warm.
Thanks, sir.
Everyone guessed at math in school. You ever take a standardized test? I guessed on some of those a little bit. You never know. It's worth a
All right.
shot.
We have another call for another question here
We
in
have
the math
another
game.
call. Who do we have? Hello? You're on WDW News Tonight? Anybody? Do we have it muted?
Trying to figure out how to get
The
them
fun
on. There
of-
we go.
Hello?
Fun of live
Hey.
shows. Yes,
Hi.
hello. Who are we talking to?
This is Vince from New Jersey. It's still cold, but not as cold as the last caller.
Yeah.
Hello, Vince from New Jersey. So, Vince, you have called into the math game. You're a brave soul. So let me ask, we have 2 categories remaining here. We have by sea and by air. Which one of those questions would you like to try?
I've never gone to Disney by sea, so I'm going to go by air.
Okay, so we're going by air. Let's reveal the question for by air. Cameron, why don't you go ahead and read that?
Yeah, so by air, how long would it take a full crowd at Champion Stadium at Disney's Wide World of Sports to ride Soarin'? Assume boarding, the show, and unloading takes 7 minutes.
7?
That's right, 7.
7 minutes. So read that again.
How long would it take a full crowd at Champion Stadium at Disney's Wide World of Sports to ride Soarin'? Assume boarding, the show, and unloading takes 7 minutes.
All right, you have 2 minutes. So you're probably going to want to find out what a full crowd at Champion Stadium might be at the Wide World of Sports. It's also
That's
ESPN.
never happened, by the way.
It's also ESPN Wide World of Sports, by the way. This question was written in 2005.
Chat's hopping on it, so
All right. Okay.
they're helping
You
you
can
out
use
over
anything
there.
you need to figure this out. You got a minute and a half to figure it out.
Is it the new film or the old film?
Well, we're giving you. It doesn't even matter. We've given you the time it takes to load and unload. So you've got everything you need out of Soarin' already.
Okay, how long would it take?
You got to find out how many people fit on Soarin'.
We assuming all the bays are working?
We're assuming they are fully functional. Yeah.
All these questions assume everything's fully functional. Like the monorail's fully functional,
These
Soarin' is
questions do
fully
not
functional.
factor in any list established by anyone at WDW.
I can give it to you. I can give it to you in minutes.
Give it to me in minutes.
Minutes is fine.
Is that
Yeah.
what we're looking for?
Yeah, I
We're
can,
taking
I
the
can tell you
time,
how long
right?
it would take in minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's.
Does that
I mean,
give me the
that's
correct answer?
That's a measure of time, and
Yep.
Jason says we're ready for that. So yeah, do you have an answer?
I tweet you guys all the time. Does that count for anything? I have the Tom Corliss, Nicholas Cicero shirts. I bought 4 of those.
Oh,
All right, you ready? I think I got this out. You ready?
Yeah, okay.
I'll think it out because I was a C student in math.
okay.
Oh,
So
good.
Champion Sport Stadium holds 7,500 people to capacity. So if it takes 7 minutes times 7,500 people, that's got to be 52,500 minutes to do that.
52,500 minutes. Jason, why don't we give the answer? Let's see. So yes, Champion Stadium capacity is 7,500. The Soarin' capacity is that right? 261. That's weird. What did we have? 7. What do we have? I can't read that from here.
87 people per theater with 3 theaters. So it'll be 7,500 divided by 261 is 28.74 ride cycles. And then 29 ride cycles times 7 minutes is an answer of 203 minutes.
So no, that's a little shorter than the time you gave us. Nick played the correct.
I had them going singularly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
I was reading the question.
We're not putting one person on Soarin'.
No, that's how I read the word problem.
No.
Oh, it was a good try though. We're gonna send you a little something. I know it's cold, and you were very brave to call in for the math game, so we're gonna send you a little something just for calling in. We'll get all your
Thank
info.
you.
Thanks so much for calling. Thanks for buying the
Okay.
shirts. Thanks for tweeting at us. Thanks for everything. Okay. Do we have
All right,
anyone else?
that's all we've got.
That's all we've got now. So
Okay.
there is one more problem if people would like to call in. The number again is it is 832. I'm going to learn this. 8327 WDWNT7. That's 8327 WDWNT7. We have one problem left. So, all right. So who brings us the math game this week?
WDW News Tonight is brought to you by WDW-NT the app, the official mobile application of WDW News Tonight. This app brings you all the latest Disney Parks news, podcasts, including WDW News Tonight streamed right to your mobile device, park hours, videos, as well as the ability to listen and chat live on the go with this very show and many others. Download the app today for iOS, Android, and Amazon devices by searching for WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com for more information. WDWNT, the app, bringing the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news anywhere you want it.
Thank you, Ghost Michelle. Nick, why don't we take everybody, while we're waiting for another call, why don't we take everybody to the wonderful world of psychotic comments?
Call.
Oh, wait, there's a call. Hold the light magic music. Also, people are mad at you. People are mad at you for no math game music. People are grumpy.
No.
The Cicero.
We had it. We had it last
It's really
year.
good, too. That's not it. That is Lake Buena Vista.
Let's bring our caller in here.
Everybody? Let's bring the caller in. Who do we have?
This is Matthew from Jacksonville, Florida.
Hi, Matthew. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. Much warmer than the last two people.
Yeah, I would assume so. All right, so you have some great choices, pretty much like the Illuminations meal at Frozen Crown. You have one choice. Yeah, the dessert says you have a choice of one, and you by proxy have gotten by C as the question you're going to have to answer. So we're just going to go ahead and open that and see what your question's going to be. And Cameron will read you the question now.
Alrighty. If the tail on Briar Bear takes
Briar Bear
takes 9 hours to fix, and you started riding continuously on Splash Mountain when repairs began, how many times would you ride it before it was finished?
Read that one more time.
Yeah, again, if the tail on Briar Bear takes 9 hours to fix, and you just started riding continuously on Splash Mountain when the repairs began, how many times would you ride it before it was finished?
You have 2 minutes.
Right.
It's going to take 9 hours to put that tail on. How many times could you ride Splash Mountain before they'll attach that tail? 9
Think about
hours.
that. They had to get someone out there to sew that tail on.
Yeah, we made someone was probably like cursing me out while they're underneath that bear. I'm down under this
Velcro.
bear butt sewing a tail on here. Let's see what the chat. Oh, the chat's not even trying yet.
Now watch them just mess with us and like take it off one week, put it back on the next.
That's about right. That sounds about right.
Are t-shirts coming?
What t-shirts?
Bear tail t-shirts.
Who knows?
Should be a giveaway at the next live event.
Working on collabs right now. Work on some collabs. Oh, I do want a shirt that, like, on the back, like, points down. I'll put it on the
shirt.
I'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
If I put it on the list, it's sure to happen.
This is for the Magic Kingdom one, right?
Yeah, we were talking about the Magic Kingdom attraction.
Yeah, Magic Kingdom for the one that was broken.
Yeah, no, we should have verified it.
So I have 45.96 times.
How many times is that?
45.96.
45.96. All right, Jason, let's reveal the answer and see if we're right here. So the repair time is 9 hours. That's 540 minutes. The ride time is, what do we have that, 11 minutes, 45 seconds? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what do we have? 540 divided by 11.75, which is, I can't see from here.
45.96. So you round that up, it's 46 rides.
So that's absolutely correct. He's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Wow.
You got it.
Excellent.
All right, Matt, we're going to be sending you a prize. We'll get your information. Thank you so much for playing the math game.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning
Thank
in. We
you.
appreciate it. All right, folks.
All callers, hold on the line, and I will. I'll get your information from you while we're doing the next segment.
There you go. Okay. So, Nick, why don't you now take us to the wonderful world of psychotic comments, which I believe actually has music.
Certainly does, Tom. Certainly does. All right, so we have some good comments stacking up over the past couple weeks here. Under the Sweetheart Donut Sundays post, Wilford Brimley wrote in, "How romantic! It's like I always say, the couple that diabetes together gets their Liberty Medical Supply orders together."
You know... Jason you got a cough at it, Jason. For that one.
Sorry.
This
Can you hear me? Am I on? Anyway.
This joke was made by more than one people, of course.
More than one
run-
people.
Smorglers.
What?
I've been sitting next to Cameron too long. Maybe he's been sitting next to me too long. Because I did that way.
Briar Bear.
Smurglers.
Smurglers say. What did smurglers say?
More than one person.
Smugglers Run will have a single rider. What is more than one person?
People.
More than one people?
People.
You don't say more than one
That's
people.
not what you said.
Oh, what did I say?
I don't remember now, but it definitely sounded wrong.
Smugglers Run will have a single rider line in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Nightster1 wrote, so you're saying they will have a solo line?
Oh. Did we make that joke last week?
Yeah, Tom stole it from this person.
You assume I read the comments.
Zootopia-themed land announced for Shanghai Disneyland article. Reason wrote in, a hangout for creepy and smelly furries, just what the parks need.
Wow. That's mean. And I'm saying that.
New grocery Mickey ice cream bars versus theme park Mickey bars. Doug wrote in, but does a piece of the chocolate on the grocery bars fall directly onto any light-colored clothing you're wearing, like in the park? Comprehensive look at floor plans for the Disney's Riviera Resort. Weeble Wobble commented, not to mention this is located at the Coronado, which is by far the worst customer service, least Disney spirit, and pain in the butt to get to from any park. Tom replied, this is not a Coronado.
Oh, I guess I do read the comments.
Jamoni. It's J Money. Maybe it's J Money.
What did you say, Jamoni?
Jumanji?
Jaleo.
It's Haleo.
Kamani wrote in, prices are false, but okay. Tom Corliss replied, prices are from DisneyWorld.com.
I guess I do read the comments.
In the Brer Bear Tale article,
oh boy.
Fact Check commented, so you're taking credit for this? You're unbelievable. Tom Corliss, who apparently reads the comments, replied, It was gone for 15 years before we posted it. You're unbelievable, LOL.
Oh, why do people hate me? I don't know.
Fact Check also wrote in. I just wonder how purchasing an annual pass to a theme park makes you believe you're such an important figure in the industry. To which Tom Corliss replied, it doesn't. Years of research, work, and care put in this site. Does.
What?
Where it is.
Could you not butcher my well thought out
And
comment?
care put this site where it is.
There's more there. It was a very eloquent,
I didn't
nice
put it
statement.
on.
Of course you didn't. People should go read it. I thought it was a nice sentence.
Shamu Show Standards replied, I thought for sure the tail was on the black market with the hands of Buzzy.
Yeah.
And Robert let's go with Robert T. He wrote in first world problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
The article about the $12,000 tour.
Yeah.
Robot Bob Chapek commented, this is an excellent deal for customers and our best idea since the Tomorrowland Cabanas. Scrooge McDuck replied with an LOL. And then last but not least, Epcot's Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster construction update. Francisco wrote in, the monorail has so very detailed views. Wrote it this morning, you could practically see all the way in. And Disney Facts wrote in, some days the doors of the monorail will even open up as you pass by the site so you can see an even better view.
Oh, man.
That's good. That's a good one.
Ghost of Michelle, who brought us the wonderful world of psychotic comments. Nope.
The Wonderful World of Psychotic Comments is brought to you by WIGS, the WDW-NT Interglobe Society. Support WDW-NT and get early and exclusive access to content that you just can't find anywhere else, including exclusive WDW News Tonight post shows each and every week, starting at just $2 a month. For more information, go to patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join the WIGS and help make WDW-NT happen through Patreon.
All right, thank you, Ghost of Michelle. When we come back with Hour 2, we have a Weird World Showcase food item of the week for you, and we have a very interesting discussion about ECVs, electric convenience vehicles, in the Disney parks, so please stick around for more WDW News Tonight!
I really like this Figment print. I think it's from a Walt Disney original.
Yeah, the colors are really pretty.
The colors are pretty?
Well, yeah. I'm no art critic.
You mean you're not yet.
Who are you?
I'm Patrick Hackett, and you may remember me from Patrick Hackett's ADR service or Patrick Hackett's piggyback rides. When I realized Disney was charging for absurd upcharge events, I wanted in on that action. So I'm here to tell you about Patrick Hackett's School of Art Criticism. Just give me $1,200 and I'll have you sounding like the snobbiest Parisian stereotype imaginable. For instance, how would you describe this piece?
It's Figment as the Mona Lisa.
Oh no, my friend. It's a playful take on La Gioconda that contrasts the realism and muted colors common in mid to late Renaissance portraits with the sublime playfulness of the illustrated style pioneered in the later part of the 20th century.
You really didn't say anything.
Exactly. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. You know, like a Tom Corliss tweet. Take a look over here. The color attempts to blend into the surrounding aesthetic, but stands out on its own, drawing the eye away from the elements the artist truly wishes to highlight.
That's the building for the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster.
You don't have to sound like an art snob about just art. In fact, a Disney fan could be snobby about anything. See that guest over there? Critique his choice of wearing socks with sandals.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. The combination of hosiery and espadrilles is reminiscent of a continental traveler and complements the primary colors of the rest of the vesture.
Excellent! You're now the most educated mind at the Epcot International Festival of the Arts. That'll be $1,200.
Wait a minute. I didn't agree to pay you.
Don't worry, I take Magic Band payment, and I'll only charge you $100 more than the actual balance.
Patrick Hackett's School of Art Criticism. We put the pomp in pompous.
Side effects may include not making friends, losing existing friends, thinking a lack of maintenance at Disney World is acceptable, and being punched in the face.
From the Patrick Hackett family of products, like Bob Chapek, we'll get your $1,200.
While you're enjoying the program you're listening to or watching right now, did you know that WDWNT.com has even more original programs you could be enjoying? Like...
Dreamfinders is WDW News Today's podcast all about the creative culture surrounding Disney parks. Curious what it's like to read poetry about the Haunted Mansion? Well, we've talked to someone who has. How about what it takes to actually build a Disney castle? We've chatted with a guy who did just that. Authors, Imagineers, dancers, actors, photographers, filmmakers, and a whole lot more have all stopped by to chat about how Disney has inspired their artistic work. Dreamfinders. Episodes drop every other Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcatcher.
4 panelists, 30 minutes, 1 week in Disney Parks news. This is Parks Center. On Parks Center, the panel and I cover the top 7...
7?
Yeah, 7 Disney Park stories of the past week. From attraction news to transportation scandals to new food and merchandise, we'll cover it all in 30 minutes or less. You can watch us stream live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. at WDWNtunes.com, watch episodes on demand at youtube.com/WDWNT, or subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.
Ride Rehab is the podcast of ridiculously reskinning, refurbishing, and even removing Disney attractions, shows, areas, and parks. Can we cram Star Wars or Marvel into anything else? Just listen and find out. Visit riderehab.com to start listening now. That's riderehab.com.
WDWNT Nerd Alert is the podcast that encompasses all things Marvel and Star Wars in a fun and entertaining format. On each episode, we take a look at the latest news, provide reviews for the latest feature films, inform you about what is going on in the comic book world, and discuss and debate original topics pertaining to the worlds of Marvel, Star Wars, and beyond. Find us on various podcast applications by searching for WDWNT Nerd Alert.
The WDW News Today podcast is the one that started them all. Join us for comprehensive history segments, heated debates, epic countdowns, and more from the Disney theme parks around the globe. Just search for WDW News Today in whatever podcast service you choose.
Last but certainly not least is WDWNT's premiere show, WDW News Tonight. Join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. for a live weekly audio and video show that combines the latest headlines, comedy, trending vacation topics, call-in games, and in-depth discussions to bring Disney fans a one-of-a-kind 2-hour program covering the Disney parks. If you can't catch the show live, you can always watch it later on YouTube or listen to it through your desired podcast service.
Get more info on all of these shows and more online at WDWNT.com, the worldwide leader in Disney parks news and entertainment. Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. We are live on WDWNtunes.com, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all over the place. Wherever you're joining us, thank you for being with us. We've got another show coming your way next week. Next week's show will feature the return of Around the Hub, which hopefully we'll figure out how that works next week.
That was fun.
Especially when Michelle had no idea she was in it. It was super fun. And then also next week, Thank You Notes returns. We haven't done that in a long time. And then we are going to be on a Wednesday in 2 weeks because Thursday is Valentine's Day. So we are live on Wednesday at 9 p.m. We are preempting Park Center on February 13th at 9 p.m. with WDWNT, The Dating Game. Yeah, we're trying that again. And as well, the return of Kornak the Magnificent.
We don't learn anything.
And then in March, you guys will have March Madness. And a fun thing we're going to do very soon for our WIGS members on Patreon, they're going to get to vote for what the tournament's going to be this year. We're going to give them 4 options. I have a bunch of them I've been kicking around. We're going to pick out like the 4 we like the most. We're going to let Patreon decide which one we're going to do this year. There's a couple of different ideas. But that's coming soon. So stay tuned for all that. Michelle, who brings us this show each and every week?
Small World Big Fun is an authorized Disney vacation planner, and in the past 11 years, they have helped thousands of families plan Disney vacations to the Disney parks, the Disney Cruise Line, Aulani, and all other Disney destinations. Their job is to make planning a Disney vacation easy for you. They will wade through all the options to help you plan the trip that works best for your family. They will make sure you are getting the best price, and the best part is they are a no-fee agency. So when they book your vacation package, you don't owe them a dime. So if you'd like to reach out to the team at Small World Big Fun, just visit smallworldbigfun.com/DisneyFans. That's one word, Disney Fans with an S, today, and they will be glad to help.
Thank you, Madam Michelle, and your crystal ball. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have the Weird World Showcase food item of the week, so stick around.
So, can I buy you a drink?
I don't know. Wait, are you wearing Splash Mountain water?
Do you like it?
Zippity-doo-dah.
From the company behind your favorite theme park scented candles comes a new brand of seduction. Buena Vista. For men. Our line of colognes work for every occasion. Wanting to rekindle an old flame? Spray on some burning of Rome. Wanting to make a statement at the club? Try Gorilla Falls Musk. It's your fast pass to pleasure.
Honey, are you ready to go?
1 second.
We're going to be late if we don't. Is that the smell of the load platform from Dinosaur?
Maybe.
I'm canceling our reservation.
Why is that?
Because we're not gonna make it.
Buena Vista. For men. Smell the way Walt would have wanted.
That was, oh man, the things that happen on commercial breaks in the show. Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. Is there another ad? Oh my god, I know what happened!
What do we do?
Where's the ad? Oh my god! Everyone's so nervous because everything's been going good tonight. Everyone's very uneasy about not having some big problem.
When
Anyway.
in doubt, just play Tony's.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure I can create a big problem for us with this week's Weird World Showcase food item of the week.
Yay!
Which also doesn't have a musical intro.
It should.
What happened to the kitchen crackpot?
Yeah, I gotta find that.
This show we have a thing that's in the corner that tells you we're live. It's on this side. It's over here. There, I've got it. See, I lit it up. And then if I pull the cord, it goes off.
Oh. Nicely timed.
Oh. We got all these things, but Nick can't find the audio cues. So, anyway.
I got it.
Let's get cooking! All right, it's time for the Weird World Showcase food item of the week.
I'm
This
excited.
week's entry comes from Mexico.
That looks really
And
good.
it is, I don't know how close I can get with this. It's probably not in focus either.
No.
This is Relazo. Do you want to take this up to the camera, one of the cameras real quick, while I talk about it?
Yeah. Stand by.
Hold on, because we're going to show you what we're actually eating here. This is the Relazo. Hopefully that's going to focus. I don't know. You're too high.
Nope,
Oh,
don't.
which camera?
Oh,
You're not
that one.
switched to that
Oh,
camera, though.
I could switch.
You can switch it. You got it. Hit the button. There we go. There's the there. Yeah, go in there. Don't hit the other camera, please.
Wait, now
No.
we're in
There's Cameron's
one?
beard.
There you go.
Wait,
You're there.
no.
You're on the wrong
Wait,
one.
no, I got it.
There we go.
Hold on. Wait. There it is. Yeah, we did it. Good
Awesome.
job, everybody. This is the Relazo, which is a hot and salted fruit bar from Mexico. And yeah, that's what it is. It has things in it. I'm not
Anyway.
reading all this. Yeah, so it's like a red. You're seeing it. It's like
Yeah.
a red. It's a bright red fruit bar.
Oh, it's a fruit bar.
I literally just said Hot and salted fruit bar.
Hot and salted
Fruit bar, yes. I said the words fruit bar, and then
Yeah,
5 minutes
yeah.
later, you were shocked to hear that the item was a fruit bar. Also, it's no dead ice cream guy, but there is a rabbit with the lasso, and he has, for some reason, a P icon on his shirt. I don't know where the P is. It's not the name of the company. It's not in the name of the food. Who knows? Let's eat this. So you guys take that one. That one's for the two of you. You guys could share that one. I bought multiples. I figured we'd cut this into 4s, but Michelle's not here. Probably this would also kill Michelle. So she's probably allergic to something. This is $1.95, by the way, at the Mexico Pavilion.
I'm excited.
I'm scared.
I'm opening it.
I don't know about this. All right,
I'm gonna wait for
I'll
everybody.
pass
I'm gonna
this
let
off
you
to
guys.
Well,
get
see, it
that
doesn't
open.
look like a fruit bar. It looked like a, I don't know, meaty bar.
Oh, it smells. It doesn't smell great.
Oh boy.
You're right.
Let me get a sniff of that.
There's a weird smell.
There's something.
It smells like something you left in the attic. Can you tear it? How hard is it?
Oh. You just ripped the whole thing out. There's crumbs all over the table right now.
It's like the battery acid. All right, are we ready? Are we gonna eat?
You know what it reminds me of?
What does it remind me of?
Like a Fig Newton kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Are we going?
All right.
We doing it?
Yeah.
3,
Cheers.
2, 1, go.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness. This does not work well together. Oh. Oh.
That's bad.
It's awful.
There are people who eat these for fun.
It's really spicy. It's hot.
This is why we're building a wall. That is not a political stance in either direction. No one take that out of context, please. It's a joke about a candy bar.
It is extremely hot.
It's very spicy.
It's extremely
I
salty.
like the spice. It doesn't work with like you said.
It
It
does
doesn't
not.
work with it.
No, the spice itself is fine.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of water after that bite.
Ooh.
It's all over my fingers too. I don't want to.
Well,
You were
yeah.
right when you said fig Newton. It definitely
Yeah.
is like it's like you ripped out the inside of a fig Newton
Mm-hmm.
and then just threw like that Creole season on it.
Right.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
like Cajun.
Which is now all over the table. Thanks. Nick.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can't recommend the Rilazzo.
So is this like a is this like a treat? Is this a dessert?
What do
Is
you?
it
What do
candy?
I want to know before I answer that question. I want to know what you think it is.
I think this is like a snack item. Because Fig Newton's a snack item.
It's absolutely a snack item.
Okay.
What
I
was
can
wondering,
see it.
what else could this?
I could
be?
have seen it being like a
Like, is this like a
candy,
palate
snack.
cleanse? Like,
It's Beverly. It's like the second version, the food version of Beverly.
Yeah.
No.
This rabbit thinks he's real cool, selling kids
Yeah,
this
hot and
garbage.
Oh.
This rabbit is a problem. Anyway, someone said worse than the pumpkin churro. I don't think it's worse than the pumpkin churro. Thankfully, that's finally gone from Disney World. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing that happened.
Yeah.
So we do actually have a sponsor for the Weird World Showcase food item of the weekend. Nick is going to tell us, once he's done chewing his hot and salted Rilazzo fruit bar, he's going to tell us all about who brought us. I'm just wasting more time.
This
Who
is a
brought us
long one.
this segment? Did you eat more?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
I thought you didn't like it.
I don't.
Why are you eating it?
It's interesting.
Oh. Is it not
That's like
spicy?
someone describing why they watch this show. Do you like it? No. It's interesting. 3 idiots, they eat fruit bars.
Oh.
I think the first bite just like shocked me. It shocked me because I didn't expect that much heat, that much salt.
But then, like,
And
the
then-
Fig Newton thing in the middle it was
Didn't
like
mesh.
completely, So anyway, Nick, who brought us the Weird World Showcase food item of the week?
Well, I'm glad you asked. WDWNT is pleased to present its first annual guide to the Epcot International Festival of the Arts. The Epcot International Festival of the Arts at Walt Disney World Resort celebrates visual, culinary, and performing arts through a series of craft seminars, food booths, and nightly concerts. With so much going on, it can be overwhelming even for festival veterans like Tom.
I'm always overwhelmed.
That's where our guide comes in, Tom.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, sure. You can pick it up. A festival passport. You could do that when you arrive at Epcot. You can pick one of those up, you can toss it in your pocket. You can play with the stickers if you want. But you'll get the most out of the event when you plan ahead. You want to plan before you go to the park. That's why we offer our guide for free, because we don't believe in making you pay for information that you can find online. And we know a trip to the festival can be expensive enough as it is. Our guide doesn't just offer menus and pretty photos. Ooh, pretty photos. We rate every food item and specialty drink at every single booth. Plus, you can find full reviews of every food item at the festival at our website. If you're in a hurry, our guide includes symbols like thumbs up and thumbs down and thumbs sideways.
By the way, the Relaza was a thumbs down.
Oh yeah, big time. And then you can easily see what's new, what's good, what's bad, and our pick for the best item at each booth. Plus, we plan to update this guide every week throughout the festival, and we'll let you know when we publish an update, so you can always get the most up-to-date version at a little bit extra cost. Oh wait, no extra cost to you. That's no extra cost to you, because we like you. To get your PDF guide, just go to WDWNT.com. Nope.
Finally! I thought he was going to get through the whole thing. And the last word.
Wow.
Nick, where do they go?
That was close. Just go to WDWNT.art.
Yeah, isn't that nifty? That's fun.
Yeah.
A lot of people worked very hard on that guide. Please enjoy it. It was a labor of love, and we're going to keep doing them for festivals. The response has been really great. All right, so we're going to take one last commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about ECV safety at the Disney parks. Stick around. Hi, I'm Tom Corliss. You might remember me as the founder of WDW News Today, host of this show. I think I've been on Park Center and News Today with WDW News Today. Recently, I launched a running list of maintenance issues at Walt Disney World. People thought I was crazy. People thought it was just pointless complaining. People also thought Brer Bear never had a tail. Well, now I'm ready to share my methods with you. I call it Core List. Do you have a dishwasher that's always backing up? Leaky pipes? Are your audio animatronics missing tails? Now with the power of Core List, I will make all of the issues with your home, and someone without acknowledging that I said anything will secretly fix your issues without any hype. And we promise results.
My refrigerator died, so I used Core List to call out its shortcomings, and within days it was fixed. And full of bear tails.
My husband promised to paint the house months ago, so I used Core List. And when I woke up the next day, my house was covered in bear tails.
I needed to take my dog to the vet to get fixed, but I could never find the time. But after using Core List once, my dog would never procreate again. And for some reason, it had a second tail.
It's all possible with the power of Core Lists. Have all your noticeable and unnoticeable problems replaced today without fail. Why would I say tail brayer? I mean there.
Core List services available to book at WDWNT.com. Does not work for those on a media list who are hashtag hosted.
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. It is now time for our in-depth discussion where we're going to be talking about ECV safety at the Disney parks. Before we get into it, joining us for the segment, David Smith. Oh, we don't have audio.
Hey, everyone.
There we
go. There we go.
We got it. Jason, where's Jason?
Jason is
I'm
not
here. My
yet.
video camera's non-functional.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we'll just listen to Jason on our video show.
Jason, everybody.
And
Hi.
also starring, wow, also starring all of you, because I imagine there is a number of you out there who are going to want to weigh in on this. I know everybody always seems to have an opinion on this. So again, the topic is ECV safety at the Disney parks. The reason why we're doing this, I'm sure many of you saw the story. Deanne Glover, a Disney annual pass holder, is suing Disney after an incident where she says she was run over by a motorized scooter. The incident took place last year, and since then, she has needed surgery to pin a steel rod into her hip, which may require hip replacement surgery, according to their attorney. Trenton Swan, in an article recently published by the Orlando Sentinel, that's her attorney. Sorry, I read that wrong. In the article, a Disney spokesperson issued a statement which read, quote, "The lawsuit centers on the incident between two guests. We are committed to providing a safe environment for our cast members and guests, and will respond to the allegations as appropriate in court." According to Glover, she says she was hit from behind and didn't see the electric scooter coming. Her surgery consisted of pinning a steel rod to her hip. This is interesting because I think we obviously there are certain things we make a lot of jokes about on this show, and it's all the tropes of going to a Disney theme park and certainly Brazilian tour groups and all of those things come into play. And I think ECVs and strollers and things of that sort are in that realm of things we joke about. But truly, there is a real danger here, and even like I know people who are going or have gone to court with Disney. Who got pinned by an ECV on a friendship boat a couple of years ago because the cast member told the ECV to go somewhere and it was a pretty tight space and the ECV just, like, she didn't have a good control on it. She literally pinned another guest to the wall of the boat. These machines are very heavy. They hit high speeds. They're pretty dangerous in fairness, yet you can rent them. You don't need a driver's license. You don't need anything of the sort to rent an ECV. So that I've always found that somewhat strange because again, it is if you turn that knob all the way up, these things they get up there. So I want to talk about people who've had experience with them and just maybe our experiences being up against them as park goers who are mobile. What do we all think?
One thing to contrast this with is back when Segways first came out 15 years ago and they had Segway tours of World Showcase, people wanted to use Segways as mobility devices around the parks, and Disney quickly banned them because they were, I guess, dangerous. I don't know what their reasoning was. And so the question is, if Segways are dangerous, maybe they're more difficult to control than an ECV, but they're sure a heck of a lot smaller than an ECV.
I would think a Segway would cause less damage. I'm not saying you couldn't get hurt from it.
That's what I'm saying, right. So Disney doesn't want to let people bring Segways into the parks, but they can bring ECVs into the parks.
Yeah. Somebody commented, this is the most ridiculous lawsuit. It's not Disney's fault. That is obviously true. But the protocol, and I know this from the situation I've heard about, the protocol is they literally, usually get the person in the ECV, out of there quickly. I think Disney doesn't want litigation between guests. I feel like that's a thing. And so I think that's why. So if you're one of the guests in the situation, you're the one that got hit, you don't know who it was that hit you. They're gone, and you haven't had time to get any information. And so at that point, the only person left for you to sue is Disney, because otherwise you're just, this poor woman's just got to get this hip surgery, and no one's going to pay for it. It's not really fair to her. So if Disney's going to make that decision to pull the person in the chair away and not let them have litigation between each other, then it is on Disney at that point, and I'm sure this is pretty common for them. It doesn't always make the news, but a lot of people, I think, were somewhat unfair to the people making the lawsuit, because I don't think she has another decision. I think she has to.
Yeah, you're right. I think we can't say that she's out just for the money, because oftentimes, first of all, the property owner typically would get sued in cases like this. So, that's why homeowners have homeowners insurance. So if somebody's injured on their property, whether it's their fault or not, they can, the insurance will cover it. Which is the other aspect of this. The insurance company, her insurance company, is probably forcing her into a situation where she has to sue them in order to recover those damages associated with her treatment. So it is highly unfair to single her out as being greedy or just looking for, Disney's money.
David, your mic was going robotic there for a moment. But I think we got what you were saying through all that, Bob. He's in disguise. Robots in disguise. Oh, go bots.
Yeah, that's a really valid point. Is that this woman's insurance company, her health insurance, who had to pay tens of thousands of dollars for this operation, wants to recover that money from somebody. It clearly wasn't her fault.
Yeah. And if Disney created a scenario where she can't recover it from the guest, I mean, then you got to go through Disney. I think that's it.
Right. And if Disney wants to claim that it's not their fault, then Disney needs to bring that guest into the litigation and pin the fault on them.
Yeah, I agree. We want to hear from people out there. If you want to call in and talk about this subject with us, the number is 832-7-WDWNT7. That's 832-7-WDWNT7. So I have a fair amount of experience in recent years with an ECV because my mother had been coerced into using one finally. She doesn't use it completely. Like, she doesn't stay in the chair. Like most rides, she gets out and walks into the ride. She just needs it to, like, it's best for her going over long distances. She's had several knee surgeries over the years, over many, many years. And so it is, you realize, like, sometimes it is real easy to, you're so used to driving a car or something else, it's real easy to think you're hitting the thing to back up and you go forward. Like, sometimes you're just not really thinking about it and you just hit it. And if you have that knob all the way up, you end up flying. And if I didn't save her, my mother almost wiped out an entire candy queue at the Halloween party one year. They just had like those black stanchions, the rope stanchions, and if I didn't lift the rope stanchion so she could like full speed go through it, she was gonna take down the whole queue. And you know, so that like that happened. It happened to me once. Like, I had it low. I bumped forward a foot into the rail that was in front of me, not at any high speed, but like it can happen. You're not thinking for a second, and that knob's turned up. It would be real easy to hurt somebody. So maybe they shouldn't go faster. Maybe they should be a little more limited on speed than they already are. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
that's kind
one
of...
thing. Sorry, go ahead, Bob.
I think that is kind of the key, is if they could figure out a way to build a model that is safer. Even if they slowed the speed down, added some padding to the edges of it, so you had just a little bit of give. I'm going to switch my.
Yeah, we'll come back to you, David. We got some time anyway.
I was going to say, so you can rent an ECV from Disney, and I believe that the ones at Disney are speed governed to a much lower speed than the ones you rent from third-party providers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, but it's still fast.
They're still fast at the full max. Yeah.
The rented ones, forget it. You could race a car. I'm going to take one to Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy.
I had an incident at ABC Commissary a couple years ago.
I've had a lot of incidents
we were sitting
at
at a
ABC
table.
Commissary.
Well, yeah, that's true.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, been there.
We were sitting at a table, and we got up to leave, and we were no more than 4 or 5 steps away from our table, and a woman in an ECV that was across the aisle from us was trying to get out of her section of the table, and she put it in reverse, and it went so fast it smashed into the chair and the table where I was sitting. So if I was still there, it would have smashed into the chair from my back. I would not have even seen it coming.
A couple of years ago, we were waiting for Wishes, and I only saw it coming because it had the light on. The guy was stuck with the throttle on, and he came at us full speed, and I literally grabbed the wheel. It ran up my leg. I mean, because I had grabbed the front end, because they have that metal thing on the front, the Disney ones. I grabbed the front end, and the wheel runs up my leg. I am holding the ECV like this, and I am saying to him, take your hand off of it. Take your hand off of it. Remove your hand. Let go. Let go of it. Like, he's still going. And he's like frozen in fear, like, and he just can't do it. And so I had to say that for a while before finally the family grabbed him, and we put the ECV back on the ground. It was kind of crazy. Yeah.
Someone says, one huge problem my mother has dealt with for years now is that people never give ECVs enough space.
I think plenty of guests are not conscious of them. I think that's fair also. Everyone in an ECV is not dangerous. That's an unfair assessment. But I think guests too also step in front of it, cut you off. Same stuff they do when you have a stroller too. People are like, well, I can cut ahead of this guy because it's a stroller. Like I could step ahead of that. I have better control than they do. And then you get hit in the back of the leg with the stroller, and then you mean to the people with the stroller.
Yeah, I think it certainly is the case that guests generally don't have a high level of tolerance for ECVs or strollers because they're big, they're bulky, they're slow, they take up space. Yeah. And so certainly guests on foot kind of look down upon the ECVs and strollers. And, you realize this once you have a stroller or an ECV. But, yeah, guests are generally not too tolerant.
And not to mention the Disney environment is highly distracting anyway. So just walking, it can be dangerous. But then you put somebody in a powered vehicle that keeps going, and they turn to the side to look at something on Main Street, and it's easy to run into somebody. So you have to be extremely conscious of your surroundings when you're on one. We rented one for my mother on this last trip because she also is having leg problems. And it's a tough call because on the one hand, you don't want to say people that have mobility issues can't come to the parks. You want the entire family to be together. You want to give them that opportunity. Yeah. But there is a danger there, and people have gotten hurt. I myself have gotten hit by a number of them, 3 or 4 times. I've had my ankles, run into, pretty significantly. Not that I needed treatment, but it was something I wish hadn't happened, obviously.
Yeah. Nick, Cameron, you guys have been quiet.
I mean, they're really good for eBay resellers. I mean,
oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
Stack them up.
If I hadn't seen that with pop vinyls, I'd say that's true. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of experience with ECVs.
Never been hit?
I've been hit by strollers. I don't think I've ever been hit by an ECV.
Okay. Yeah, you know if you're hit by an ECV.
Yeah, I imagine it's different.
Strollers forgettable. Everybody's got an ECV story.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of stroller stories. There's incidents, but you have an ECV story when you get hit. Yeah.
I've seen something.
One time he ran up my leg. I think we found a tire mark on my pants later. That was fun. We don't have anyone on the phone, do we?
Not yet.
Lots of good points in the chat. Lots of long opinions, so call in.
Yeah, please. Again, 832-7-WDWNT-7. Yeah, 7. Yeah, I'm going to try to look at some of these in the meantime. There is a wheelchair lane going up the hill to the land pavilion. So many people not in wheelchairs are constantly walking on there. I mean, that's fair.
It's very true. Fair. It's not well marked.
It's not. You wouldn't really know. And honestly, I think the sign is in the middle, so really, is it common sense would indicate the rails, they'd use the rails if you had a wheelchair. But I don't know if people are thinking about
there's a wheelchair sign.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say wheelchairs only.
No, and it's not. I think the idea is priority is wheelchair. So if a wheelchair's coming up, you should obviously get out of the way. But I don't think you're not allowed to walk down it. I don't know how that exactly works. What is the protocol in that situation? That's not a common thing outside of a theme park. I think ultimately this is just the cost. Standard Staples said, I think ultimately this is just a cost of doing business situation. Just about everything in a Disney park has some level of risk to a person and or Disney as a company. The frequency of ECV lawsuits is likely why they haven't made any massive overhauls. Extremely infrequent and simple enough to settle. I think they're simple enough to settle for sure. And they can't not offer ECVs. I mean, they just can't. People need them. you can't force people into wheelchairs because then in most cases someone has to push you. What if neither person? What if they're alone? What if there's no one to push the person? They're incapable of wheeling it themselves. There's a lot of
There's
problems
a good idea for another Patrick Hackett offering.
Oh,
he
push
could
you in a
offer to
stroller.
push you around the park.
I think Disney could offer, honestly.
Someone says there's also the problem with people renting ECVs simply for convenience. They just don't want to
Instead
walk
of need,
around,
yeah.
making the population grow unnecessarily.
Yeah, I agree with that whole thing. And you go to any of the international parks, not even just the Japan thing, Paris, same. They don't have people using them for convenience. So when you see someone in an ECV or a wheelchair, it is definitely someone who needs it. It's a cultural difference. And so I find that here, when I run into trouble with an ECV, I'm usually like annoyed. If it happens at one of the international parks, I generally am not because I know that person definitely needs it. And so at that point, I am way more understanding of getting hit in the leg or whatever. It would be much less of a big deal than it probably is in the States because there's so many of them. I think I even helped somebody in ECV out of a store in Paris, or a wheelchair. They were in something, and then they just couldn't find a way out. And I had to walk them out. Yeah. Oh, Patrick Hackett's piggyback service. It's already it already exists. Yeah.
I just feel like they could design better models of these things. Slow down the speed, put some type of bumper on them that's a little more giving. Even like a Roomba has a trigger. When it bumps into something, it shuts itself. It knows that it's hit something and it stops.
Roomba, a Hoomba.
But why couldn't you put? Why not install a switch on the front of these things that as soon as it depresses, it just cuts itself off? Is there a time when you need it to actually plow through something? I don't understand why not have that safety mechanism.
Yeah. That's actually how they tore down everything at Hollywood Studios. A couple of them, full speed, right through Catastrophe Canyon. Oh, boy.
Let's just make it like Elon Musk's tunnels, and they can get on a little platform, they can go down under the...
Wait, what is the Elon Musk tunnel?
The transportation system that he was building.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He was building a little transportation system throughout Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's where it's being tested, and you took your car, you got in a little designated area, and it attached the system attached itself to your car. It took you underground.
It's like a flatbed.
Tunnels. Like a flatbed, yeah, and it takes you to your stop. It's like a subway system, but you stay in your car the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like a subway.
Well,
it avoids traffic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tested, I believe it tested well.
How do we want to implement this in a theme park?
Well, the ECVs.
ECVs will ride in the tunnel instead of one above ground.
Takes you down and it moves you to where you need to go.
I mean, this lawsuit specifically said Disney should have dedicated lanes for ECVs.
That would destroy so much of the park.
Well, it would, but what if it was a tunnel?
But clearly it's not frequent enough to where any of this needs to be done.
Or a skyway.
Oh my god. Maybe there should be gondolas.
Just add more gondolas.
More gondolas. Like little stations that just go to each thing. So you get on an Epcot at Spaceship Earth and it goes to Guardians. There's a station, it goes back up and it goes to Mission Space. And it goes up again and it goes to Test Track.
And it's only for
Mexico,
ECVs.
Norway.
And it's not air conditioned.
Yeah, the parks will look beautiful. It'll cover the Guardians building at least, right? I mean, something.
That's an idea.
See? Elon, you think Elon Musk's the only one with ideas? I've got ideas.
That was my idea.
I'll put it on a list. Fine. The Scooter Skyway, someone said.
Yes.
An innovative new transportation system.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Someone wrote Disney's innovative new transportation system, TM. Sky Scooter. Oh, man. The LA takes your car underground. The Chicago one will take you in a pod.
Yeah.
From O'Hare to downtown in 12 minutes or something. It's interesting that this has turned into a transportation conversation. They should paint all of them purple and charge $50 extra. Okay. Just parachute them to their destination.
Yeah, it could work.
It's a little heavy for a parachute.
Rocket launch and then parachute down.
Yeah.
Anyone with any real ideas?
I thought mine was solid.
Yours exists, so it does have some merit. That
I
is
think they should
true.
have a dedicated ECV day. Like they have extra magic hours. Well, they have a designated day for ECVs in certain parks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you can't go to a different park, so people that hate ECVs can go to those other parks.
So again,
the
we're
point of
looking
the
for real
ECV is
suggestions.
Be with the group. Be with the
Yeah,
family.
thank you.
Right, well, you could go with your family. I mean, people are
So then
allowed
you got-
to go to that park.
So how is that
It's just
different
like
than now?
on Mondays, no ECVs in Epcot.
On Mondays,
On
we
Tuesdays,
were ECVs.
Oh, so
no ECVs in
anti-ECV
Animal
days.
Kingdom.
I gotcha.
Right.
Oh man, extra ECV hours. Someone said.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Now, in all seriousness, if they were to get the
Wait, we
wireless
weren't being
charge-
serious until this.
All right, guys,
point.
back to
Hold a
serious
second.
now.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Strong
I think
point.
hour 1 was last time.
Yeah, but if they had wireless charging capabilities in the parks,
Mm.
then you could lessen the battery that these things taking and reduce the weight of them. Should give you a little bit of benefit.
It would turn it more like into a Segway weight class than a
Right.
ECV weight class.
They are supposedly testing a wireless charge thing, and we reported that ages ago. I don't know if it actually got
Yeah.
approved or not. But they were
For the
testing
droids.
a wireless. Yeah, the idea was the droids and lightsaber blaster props, all that kind of stuff. They didn't want like dying out in the land. So it was all going to wirelessly charge from these things that were being put under garbage cans. And that's what that patent was all about, supposedly, that Disney had. And so, I mean, if that works out, I mean, they could certainly build or order proprietary ECV devices. It's not a far out idea, given what they're up to at this point. It's an interesting idea. I think that would be brilliant. Like a compact thing that's not going to kill somebody. That's great. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Anyone on the phone lines yet? No one wants
Not
to
yet.
call in? Jason's idea is ripe for more lawsuits. Yeah, as with all Jason ideas. Make exoskeleton systems available to rent instead of ECV so everyone still walks but accommodates disabled. Are those like the stand-up ones?
Yeah.
Those are super expensive, aren't they? Like
Yeah.
I mean, like
Maybe
When
one
you said
day.
exoskeleton, I thought that where that was going was make exoskeletons for people to wear,
Yeah.
so that when they get crashed into by ECVs, it absorbs the impact.
So I was thinking hand
Oh,
out shin pads.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shin pads.
Well, or educate the other guests. I mean, they handed out pamphlets for like selfie sticks and Zika and stuff like that.
Guys, they don't have to hand out anything. They could probably sell like character shin pads.
There you go.
Like
Done.
Problem solved.
they can do it, man. Character
Potion
themed
purple.
shin pad. Potion purple.
Potion.
shin
Oh, it
pads.
could be a trend.
Millennial pink shin pads.
Get the purple wall potion pad. All kinds of. Just take D-Tech and put it onto shin pads.
How did the ECVs get around in Wall-E? Well, that's a movie. So it's not real.
In Wall-E, no, but in
Oh,
Wall-E,
they-
people had the levitating.
Yeah, they
Yeah, the floating
floated.
ones.
Again, a movie and not real.
And they didn't. No, but there's
Am I the
something to
only-
be said.
There's something to
Is
be said
that-
for fake movie technology. Yes, there is
No,
often.
but in Wall-E, the people would just put in their destination, and the vehicle would navigate to that location. So the vehicles were smart enough not to crash into each other.
They were not real.
So now Jason wants automated ECVs.
It's an
Elon
animated,
Musk is on
Self-
this.
self-driving
animated,
ECVs.
animated film.
Well,
Or at
it's-
least,
it's
isn't
the
Google
Elon
still
Musk-
having trouble with the self-driving car? Isn't that still a problem?
There's lots of problems in his life. I think.
Yeah, but that's a big car. Imagine how much easier it would be with a little ECV.
Is it? That's a serious question. I don't know if the car's having problems.
Well, if the car has problems, people die. If the ECV has problems, it's no worse than what you have today.
Yeah, just need a pin in your hip. Yeah, what a pleasant situation.
Yeah.
Oh man. Go to a 100% ECV so everyone has the same. They're just like bumper cars.
Yeah.
Then they gotta put like bumpers on them, and we're all encouraged to like hit each other. But it'll probably be like
We don't
tuck and
need
rolls
attraction.
driving buggies where they go 2 miles an hour and the impact is like nothing.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. They should just put big bumpers around the edge. That's the answer.
That would still hurt if it ran into you, though.
Why would it hurt if it's
Or would knock you
inflatable?
over.
Like an airbag.
It pushes you.
Okay, what about like an external airbag? If it hits you, it inflates.
Oh.
It cushions your.
This is like the worst episode of Shark Tank. My idea is for an inflatable tube that goes around an ECV. We're looking for $1,200. God.
Or a one-day Wonder Dream ticket.
Or $12,000. Looking for $12,000 to fund our tour.
Yeah.
ECV loading on buses is a problem. I mean, it's unavoidable. There's nothing we really do about it. I mean, those people have to get places too. I think it's a little unfair. The bumper has to be a toddler level. It's fair. See, we're all going on Shark Tank. We're making this happen. Have an ECV parade that goes around every hour on the hour. Okay. Sure.
They
Just
do that
raising
at
awareness.
Ohana.
That would give that would make
With
Walt
kids.
Disney World's second parade, so that's good. Yeah.
Hopefully, none of them explode and catch on fire.
But is
You
there
can't- well,
legit an answer?
That's
Is the-
legit. You can make them really unsafe for people to rent, and people won't want to rent them anymore.
Back to like the legit side of the argument.
I like the on fire thing.
Does Disney have to limit the speed more? Do they still go too fast? And should Disney only let you bring ECVs from like either I mean they can't limit where you get them from because that's like an ADA violation.
What if
No, but they can certainly limit the ones they sell, and they can put restrictions on the ones that come from their authorized Disney.
Yeah. And if you
ECV
bring one
rental
that's not
places.
authorized, they should just do good guest service and give you one of theirs, maybe, and just hold yours till you're done.
Well, or
I'm
I think
saying,
if you bring in one, I mean, they could certainly, test your ability to drive it or something.
That seems
Like
a bit ridiculous. I think they just need the speed. They need to be more limited on speed. I think they shouldn't be able to go faster than a human can walk. I think if they're
Right.
really just there to help a person walk through a theme park, why do they need to go faster than people go? Like that's the part I don't understand. That maybe they should just go a reasonable speed, and if someone comes with one that goes a lot faster, they should just nicely be able to be like, "We'll hold your scooter, and then you can come back and get." And you will give you one of ours, and you can come back and get this at the end of the day. Same way, like where they take a selfie stick and you come back and get it.
But is the speed that a human walks still too fast for an ECV? Because I can walk very
Because
quickly.
they're heavy. It's possible.
There's people who
Well,
slam.
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
think
like
we-
running.
But
Yeah, we don't let Cameron be the guide for how fast it is.
No,
We let
let
Jason
Tom Corliss be the guy.
No, I beat you to it. Yeah, or maybe just like the speed of a speedway car. Those go pretty slow, right? They could have group pedal bikes like at Boardwalk. I don't know about that. Those seem pretty dangerous, especially when they go downhill. I've almost.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit by one of those.
Yeah, no, and it comes real close sometimes too. Those are a topic for another show.
Yeah,
I
once
like
I was
those, but
pushing
those are
my mom
dangerous.
in a wheelchair, not an electric one, a regular wheelchair, and I was pushing, and we came out of the land. And I told her, I said, "You better steer because I'm going to let you go."
Oh my god!
And then she screamed at me.
Did you let her go?
No.
Oh, of course, that was all documented in the film "Throw Mama from the Land." Anyway, the average person walks about 2 miles per hour, and ECV can reach up to 15. Yeah, that's unreasonable. I think that's unreasonable. Yeah, they shouldn't be going 15 miles an hour. No,
that's true.
Too fast, too furious. Oh boy.
Wrong part.
Never. Maybe they should ride in autonomous buses to a party. Oh man. How about rickshaws? I thought we were gonna have like a really thoughtful discussion this evening, and it's clearly just become like
that many solutions.
There really
it really isn't, and I think that's why it's good that we're having this discussion. I'm
you
not
could
sure
go above, you could go
we've
under,
ever
you could
spent
go on
this
the
much
side.
time on it.
I think the dedicated lanes would just, I think it would hurt traffic flow. There's no way that can help overall traffic flow on a day-to-day basis. You don't want to go above, and there's not many places where you can go under. I mean, I don't think either one of those is actually feasible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the only other thing I was thinking is, like, if it's that much of a problem, do they get, can you give, like special treatment where they can go backstage to get around to different places? I don't know. Are there places where they can exit heavily trafficked areas and go around if they're going?
Yeah, but are they going to do that?
Well, no. I mean, no.
I would love to say that this is so infrequent that none of this needs to be done, but the fact that this is here, there's another one in December of 2018. There's another lawsuit. I have a personal story from really not that story is not from that long ago.
Right.
And then I mean, a lot of us had stories about being hit by one. So the logical though would be it's not uncommon. But has Disney just decided, like, well, we'll just pay these out when they happen? But I don't know. I mean, that seems too frequent to me. I guess. I mean, this is not just surgery. I mean, if you get a pin in your hip, that changes your life. That's not.
Yeah.
Like you're never the same. You had what?
I had a pin in my hip once.
Did you really?
Yeah, when I was about 12.
Oh, and I'm sure
I
like doesn't
dislocated my hip.
that you don't ever fully heal from that, do you? Like completely?
Well, I mean, you heal. You end up getting like arthritis when you're 40.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
there are effects that things like that happen. Like even if you have that kind of surgery, like there's going to be some ramification at some point. Not to mention like this woman's going through surgery and all the pain she's gone through. Like that's pretty ridiculous for you go to Disney to have a good time. That this shouldn't need to be a worry of anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Disney should have a solution because I don't know what the solution is. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. To me, it feels like the 15 miles an hour is fast. That feels fast to me. I don't get it. I don't know why it needs to go that fast. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have anybody on the phone? No. No one wants to. No one wants. I think everyone's voiced their opinions at this point. Any final points, ladies and gentlemen? Anyone else have anything else they want to bring up?
Someone said
about 'em?
Lyft/Uber, so a professional drives you around in the ECV.
That's one of the more. I hate to say it. That's one of the more reasonable ideas I've heard this evening.
Or a golf cart. Would a golf cart work?
I mean, yeah, but that would assume the person is mobile at all. I mean,
That's what
obviously
airports
you have
use.
people, you have people that are completely immobile, so like once you take them somewhere, they can't like walk into the attraction.
Yeah.
So that becomes your issue. And all that just seems very complicated. Again, there's no easy answer to it. I don't know what you do, but you obviously don't want this happening to people.
So I'm assuming Disney would rather they look at it and they'd rather put up with any lawsuits related to this than possible lawsuits about inaccessibility, right?
Oh yeah.
It's always been a big thing for Disney.
So right.
You have to be ADA compliant. Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. So if they do anything to infringe upon accessibility, that's a bigger lawsuit.
Well, Disney's following the rules they have to. It's not
Right.
even really a choice. You have to have ADA compliance.
Right.
And so Disney's doing what they have to do, but.
Well, I just mean anything that would seem like they're infringing upon it. Not.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about blatant code violations. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anything that looks like they might be infringing upon those rights.
Yeah. But I think reducing the speed is certainly not any kind of ADA violation.
No. I think that I think is the big answer. I think maybe that doesn't remove all incidents, but I am assuming, and I don't. It's not on here. I'm assuming Deanne was hit at a high speed. I assume it wasn't at 5 miles an hour. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Without knowing.
I mean, unless she was pinned against something, but
yeah.
Well, it says she was pinned, right? Or does it?
The only thing I can think of.
Oh no, she was run over, so it had to be at high speed.
Is that a mobile human would, if something is happening that they have to get away quick, can move faster than a walk and can jog away, run away, and I don't know. Do you think it's possible? There's anything like? Okay,
but in the park, like what are they running from?
Hippos.
I mean, that would explain Animal Kingdom, I guess.
Look. All I know is that at some of the pin releases I've been at,
oh my god,
they had to turn up the speed to get in front of me when we rushed into the line. Think about Epcot. I think it was like Epcot 30 when we had to run across the park. I mean,
some of us didn't have to.
Sometimes you have to turn up the speed a little bit. So there you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I've seen that at a number of merchandise events.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there's times when you need to turn on the speed. And they're
not valid, but there are times.
They would be an unfair merchandise advantage, and you just
all your points that I came back to experiences we had at pin events.
I just remember these ECVs loaded up with vinylmation. And
you're not wrong. We took a picture of the ECV there wasn't even a person in it. It was just pirate pop vinyl.
My favorite is when people bring baby strollers and carriages and just fill them with merchandise.
I've seen that a number of times.
So good. So good. Love it. Yeah.
But anyway, we are quickly running out of time. Thank you, illustrious panel, for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you for everyone in the chat for weighing in. So these I like having these conversations. I think it's an important part of News Tonight when we do these conversations about these sort of real world problems that the parks face. And we'll certainly do more of these. This show isn't just about comedy, although this discussion skewed down.
What?
Anyway, but yeah, we'll certainly do more stuff like this. You may remember we did a number of things like this on the old show. Gun experts, all kinds of fun, weird stuff like that back then. But anyway. For those of you who are WIGS members or Interglobe Society members, do keep in mind there is a post show this evening, so we'll be joining you again in a couple minutes. But for the rest of you, it is time to say goodbye. And remember, kids, please slow down. Do not strike the car in front of you. Good night.